And we are back, squad, and we are joined again by Carlos. All right. So last time you left us, Carlos, we were about to go figure out something about Tyr's temple. We flipped the temple and made a
Uh-huh.
lot of progress by accident. I
By
wanted
accident.
I wanted you to be there with us, but that's why we're the Calamity Game Squad. We will fuck up. Okay. All right. Now, in this journey of father-son bonding, you notice Kratos has new drip.
Yeah.
All right. Mimir rocking two eyes. Baldur disco dead. All right. Baldur fumbled the greatest bag ever.
Mighty Jotunheim's back in the main
Yeah.
travel route.
Baldur, remember how we were running Baldur? Um,
Best to conclude our outstanding business now.
Reasonable enough.
remember how we were running Baldur's pockets feverishly before? Um, he wanted to be free of his curse. Here's the problem. He got free of his curse in the middle of a fist fight. Now, this is a problem because I was already running your pockets when you were invincible. Now you're vulnerable. And
You're
the fight was supposed to be harder, and I imagine if I didn't side quest so hard, it would be. But that's the great thing about a God of War game, it rewards you for side questing. Because by the time we had round 3, it wasn't close. You know what I mean? Zero
you
deaths.
already often.
Yeah, we had already put in some pain on the Valkyries, and the good thing about any optional boss in a video game, they're harder than any boss you're gonna find in the actual game. Uh, what am I looking for? Where is Baldur's Dragon? Because I feel like there's something there. All right, so I need you to help me with something, Los. There should be that giant dragon that we ripped its wings up
Yeah.
when we went
Nick,
round 2 with
you never told
Baldur.
me what happened with the
hmm
stonemason's son.
Oh,
Hrimthur, son of Thamur. After completing his father's
So you
masterwork
just
with the
looking
Great
for him now?
Wall of Jotunheim, he thought it worthwhile
yeah,
to
because I'm
rebuild
sure
the
we're gonna
Aesir
find
and
another
avenge
Valkyrie
crimes
there,
against the
and my
gods.
instincts have not been wrong
Once he
yet.
longed to fight Thor, but tragedy had brought
And now
wisdom
you
to
got to go to war
Reed
with that Valkyrie.
and cunning.
Oh, I one
It is
shot at a
sad
Valkyrie,
that
brother.
Asgard's walls were half built and shoddy,
Well, not
for
no
no
more. You
Aesir god could be
Valkyrie's not
bothered with
playing.
such
They
tiresome
levels
labor.
getting harder as you
So
go.
Hrimthur adopted
Yeah,
the
and that
task
was
of
one of the
becoming a
harder
ready
ones.
man and made the Aesir an offer. He would build them majestic new walls, and if he couldn't build them
It's
within
like
two
they
turns
levels
of the
be at
season,
least
they would owe
one
him
level more
nothing
than
for
you.
his labors. And he
Listen,
succeeded.
That's at the
He
least.
asked
these are the
only for
pillars of
audience
Midgard.
with
For
the
every
goddess
pillar
Freya.
guardian, they get
Mm.
harder.
Knowing the task was
Okay?
impossible, but intrigued by the stranger.
We're
Hrimthur had
talking over. We're
short
being
worked with the
disrespectful and
Frost to
talking
get the
over a boat
benefit of his
story, by
father's
the way.
training and the aid of a magical stallion for
This
precious
is the
stones.
stonemason whose dad
Odin
got
was
killed by
not
Thor
happy to find himself on the
when they
losing
were
end of the
arguing
wager,
one night.
but he seemed to uphold his end of the bargain. Freya was sent to meet the mason, and to her surprise, he wanted only to whisper something in her ear. That being done, he made his way out of Asgard. And when he found Thor awaiting him at the gates of Midgard, he knew he had been double-crossed. But he didn't care, because his plan was complete.
It was? What did he say to Freya?
Only she could say for certain, but I've had many moons to work it out. Hrimthur knew that Freya loathed the Aesir, despite her marriage to Odin, and I believe he gave her the secret to Asgard's defences. Some weakness he may have built in, structural or magical, which I expect will be exploited come Ragnarok when Surtur arrives to burn Asgard to ash. If not sooner.
All right, that's also very important. Surtur, did you see Thor Ragnarok?
Not fully. I watched half of it.
You saw the very beginning that thing that was talking about it was gonna burn Asgard to the ground.
Yeah.
In some depictions, this is mainly Marvel. Surtur is a giant fire serpent. While it's cool, I don't know where they get that idea from, but it's cool as hell. In some depictions, Surtur is just a giant with a flaming sword that he uses to burn down burn down Asgard during Ragnarok after the death of Odin, Thor, Tyr. All of the main A-listers of Norse mythology are dead. Uh, so Thamur was the guy who was arguing with his son because his son didn't want to be a stonemason like his
Um.
dad. He wanted to be a warrior. So instead of being a warrior, he decided to follow in his dad's footsteps and become a stonemason. And he built in a structural flaw in the wall of Asgard. And
Mm.
he built it in 3 days because, of course, or 3 seasons, 2 seasons, or three. Freya says three, Mimir says two. Odin, being Odin, um, ordered Thor to kill the giant for him
Mm-hmm.
losing the wager.
Did he mark him?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not in contention. He murked him hard. Um, but I just got okay. So I've been here already. I just saw the fires, and I thought, might as well get a fight in. All right. So Thamor built the wall, and Freya knows where the structural flaw is in the wall. Eternal frost. Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's what Mimir was just telling us about. There's a flaw in the wall of Asgard that will let us breach it come Ragnarok. But it's meant for Surtur. So Surtur will know what to do with it when the time comes. All right, so I know you're wondering what. First of all, did you see something? See my
Mm-hmm.
blades?
Hey, oh, your blades, a new one.
Oh, no, 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 no. Look at my axe too.
I see it.
In our time apart from each other, my good friend,
You
we
been putting that drip in.
yeah, 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 yeah. We've been putting
I
that
see you
work
got the
in.
green on you now.
Oh yes, because Niflheim is a realm with poison mist, and
Mm-hmm.
this armor defends me against that poison mist. And I know what you're wondering. How does it defend you from the poison mist? Well, what this armor does is hello, boys.
Jay don't be
Okay.
funny. He's sparking ASAP.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, that's me commanding him. In this game, Square commands your son or
Yeah.
yeah, your son because that's the only partner
Then
character you
you
have.
can call you. Well, you can call you a wolf, but
Yeah, I got a whole triangle to do so.
yeah,
Oh,
you really
Atreus, you
only do
missed it.
that getting like in some real, like real serious action going.
Oh no, no, no. I do. I've learned to trust your wisdom and do it more frequently. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been calling the wolves really hard. In every fight. Oh, you devil. Yeah, I've been calling the wolves extra hard, brother. When we were in Niflheim and I had to run a gauntlet to run a lot of people's pockets. First thing I did when I'm getting overwhelmed,
Mm.
wolves, all of the wolves. All right, so I was trying to debate which technique was stronger for me,
Mm-hmm.
the ricocheting arrows or ha ha ha. This that above average IQ, baby. Okay, all right, all right. I'm seeing something here. Not you
Mm.
guys again. No, cause I listen. After Niflheim, I'm just tired of these guys. You want to see something cool? Yeah. Yeah, you see that? You see how those arrows are exploding later?
Mm.
All right, yeah, that's what those that build does for Atreus. The light arrows were actually my strongest defense the whole time.
Who would have ever thought from the light arrow?
Yeah, because it has the daze effect. I didn't know. I was like, oh, this just kind of dazes them a little. It's not that big of a deal.
Mm.
Wrong. Tremendous deal.
That shit,
Mm.
yeah, really hit.
Wait a minute. Hey, I have an idea. I got bitch
What
slapped by
was
inspiration.
that?
Okay. So that's what that's supposed to be. Okay, okay, okay. We can figure this out. Bruh, hitting that shit is hard. Bro, I don't even blame you, son. Oh, okay. It doesn't spark because there's nothing that it needs to spark on. Okay. That's disappointing. I really will leave it alone forever now. But how do we get this to move? You see, this is the shit I'm talking about, boy. You need to trust me.
I like how it'd be a lot of grab one thing.
What you said?
I said I like how it'd be a gang of shit in there, but he grab one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it look like it's like a lot of.
There's a lot of jewels in there, but there's only one that he cares about. All right. Let's see if we got anything going on up top now. Because I'm 90% sure that there's one of those little crystals that I can grab and throw on the stuff. I'm just not 100% sure where it is. Is this new? I feel like this is a new Mystic Gateway, but I don't have enough evidence to support nor deny this claim. If you don't see what I'm doing, Carlos, I'll explain it in a second. All right. So something's going on this side of the pond. I'm not sure what, but I have the distinct feeling that we might get answers on this side of the. No, I didn't do all of that just for hack silver. That wasn't about what it seems like. Um, hmm. Bro, do you see anything that would?
I don't know. I thought you would have to like you've been doing.
Yeah, but a trace can't fire fast enough to do it. Back up.
Crazy.
That's that high. That's that above average IQ working for me.
This whole fucking thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I seen something shining on it, and I had to gamble. I had to gamble for the bet ramble. All right, this island is 100% it. I have no reason to ever come back here.
That finished it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We're quite done with this island. And no Valkyrie, which is disappointing. See, the problem is I know that there's no, that's going the wrong way. All right, we should be starting another boat story in a second. because we
You're
still.
familiar with the tale of Skoll and Hoti, bringers of day and night.
Oh
There
yeah,
we go.
the wolf giants.
Aye. They were born of the arch-wolf Hrothwitnir, a great nemesis of the Aesir gods. Odin captured them as pups and kept them in the kennels of Asgard to hold his foe at bay. But when the sun and moon grew mutinous and stood still, Odin put Skoll and Hoti to use. With his ancient magics, he cast the wolves to the heavens, and they began their chase. And long shall they chase, but not endlessly. For it is foretold that someday Skoll and Hoti will catch and devour their prey. And that day shall be Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods.
But Ragnarok is supposed to be Odin's doom, isn't it? Why would he set the wolves loose if it fulfills the prophecy?
Precisely the question, lad. It's always about control. The wolves determine when Ragnarok begins, and now he controls the wolves. A battle fought on his timetable is a battle he better stands to win.
All right, so Odin captures Skull and Hati, and he'll send them to face the chase the sun and moon at a time of
Mm-hmm.
his choosing. Now, here's the thing that's interesting, and I want you to keep in your head for a few months until we get to God of War Ragnarok. Uh, Mimir is kept on the waist of Odin in Norse mythology. In the actual Norse myth, the war with the Vanir, Mimir was captured as a hostage. The Vanir cut off his head and sent it back to Odin as a message. Odin, unwilling to part with his trusted advisor, resurrected Mimir's head and wore him around his waist.
It was savage.
Well, listen, there's one that's one form of really keeping your homies around. You know what I mean? We should be telling another boat story soon, right? Because we still haven't found out why Odin is the Lord of the Hanged. Oh, Thalmor's body isn't there anymore because we got into a big fight with Freya, and she brought back his body. And Atreus called on Jormungandr to attack him, and he bit Thalmor's head off.
Hey, we can dock here.
I know what you're thinking. How much did I miss? Oh, that's unfortunate. We already got this Valkyrie, right?
I thought it looked familiar.
Okay, yeah. All right. We'll hunt for those last two Valkyries because I'm pretty sure things are going to. If this follows the same formula as Ragnarok, things are going to
Mhm.
change by the time after the end game so that we can get the last two Valkyries. Because there were certain Valkyries certain Berserkers in Ragnarok you just can't get until the end game.
Progression.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you literally can't get them until the end game because there's certain places you can't reach. Oh yeah, we also jumped off that cliff again, and that's how we found the Jotunheim Tower. Yeah, we killed Boulder. We gave him that
Wow,
premium
can't
work,
believe we're gonna see the giants.
and I was gonna choke him to death,
The plan.
but
Go ahead and
Atreus
walk
is
in
like,
Jotunheim and we'll be on our way.
he's beaten. He's not worth killing, and Kratos let him live. He was like, you know what? I need to set a better example, and his mom tried to tell him, son, we can start over. We don't have to fight each other. And he's like, fuck peace. And he starts choking his mom. And Kratos is like, the cycle
Boy,
ends here. We must
ahead.
be better.
Get ready.
Oh, right. Got it. Let's hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Oh, hadn't considered that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Ready?
That's unpleasant!
Now, boy.
So remember, Tyr had those jeweled eyes.
Mhm.
So even Odin can't travel to Jotunheim without the Bifrost eyes.
We must be close.
Well, what are we waiting for? Think it's far?
We will see.
A word, please, before we continue. Listen, the last thing you two need up there's a decomposing heat ruining the moment. Why don't I wait for you here? This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to
My
fight,
lady sips soft, perfect sloshers. You done did it.
Sorry. We had to see this.
No one's seen the realm of the giants in a long time.
No. Ah, fine, damn it. Fine.
watch the head till we return.
I can do this. No, I can't. Oh.
Okay.
Ready. Come.
All right, so
Do hurry back, please. Don't flatter yourself, old boy.
okay, that's uncomfortable. Um, yeah, time passes different in every realm. Moments in Helheim,
Mhm.
um, years in Helheim can be moments on Midgard. Likewise, moments in Jotunheim can be days in Midgard. Days in Alfheim can also be moments in Midgard. So time
But
passes,
never,
huh?
but never like years.
Yeah, no. It can be years. If you spent like 10 years in Helheim,
Mhm.
it could feel like moments to you, but on Earth it was longer. The
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so time passes differently in every realm. Is your screen just white or
Yeah.
okay? Because I had to keep walking forward.
Look! We're on the giant's
I see it.
fingers.
Yeah.
I can see the highest peak ahead. Right over there. We did it.
We did.
What are you doing?
I have nothing more to hide.
Can we go now? We're so close.
Really thought this would be a bigger
Boy.
moment for us, but okay.
Wait, what?
He's letting him carry the ashes. He's finally ready to hold them, to carry them.
Carry her.
Yeah, we're at the end of this
Boy.
journey.
It's nothing. I just thought I'd hear voices by now.
All right, we don't stop looking for loot just because at the end of our
Hello?
journey.
Anybody
Just to
here?
What is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them.
Why carve all these faces?
What if this is all of the giants that got out of Midgard alive? Not really many at all. Odin and Thor, ruining everything for everybody.
okay. So there aren't many giants left.
Where are they now?
The giants came back home so they could survive. But I'm not sure they did. Huh. Who's the guardian?
All right, these are all important pieces of lore on Jotunheim, and we don't want to miss any of them. You or me?
You can go ahead and ride it.
We foresee Midgard's fate, overrun, a second hell. Neither Odin nor his dead may reach Jotunheim. The ways must be shut. The serpent and the guardian remained. They alone shall keep our hope. When doom befalls the indestructible, only then shall the guardian return. Until then, we await a better world, one without fear, without greed, without war. We await for deliverance and justice. We wait for a champion. We will wait for a word that gods grow good. Hope that world gets here soon. Okay, so with their
I
distrust
should
of the
feel hope,
gods,
but I don't. This place is dead.
they
What
were
happened?
hoping that some of them
Why'd
grew
Mom send
good.
us here?
One question is answered and two more take its place.
I was trying to walk around you, little buddy. All right. So this great hall seems to be empty, derelict. Of my once proud kin, wiped from this world like excrement from a boot.
Wait! Father! Something's happening. It's your axe. It's smaller. Look. She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She knew giants? That's us. The first time we met the world serpent. But how? their fight with Baldur. But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings. This is our story.
No. This is your story.
But what does it all mean?
That I was not the only parent with secrets.
You didn't know. She was a giant.
That's why the wall reacted to him.
I'm a giant. Why didn't you tell us?
She sent us here, knowing we would find this.
But why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons. Baldur was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, not knowing she was only ashes.
If she had a plan for us, I trust it. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet. Come on. We're so close to the end now.
Yes, we are.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Kratos dead in his son's arms. Or someone dead in Atreus' arms. No, there's a reason I say someone.
No, I'm saying he stopped and then he just took off on his ass.
No, Atreus didn't see this. Only I did.
I
Only
know.
I
I'm
saw.
saying like when you walked up to him, like the actual game part that you couldn't control, you walked up to him and he stopped. But then when you took control again, you just ran straight off on his ass.
It's
Oh,
Mom.
yeah.
She was here. She saw every step we took before we took it. Like she
The
was always
fuck
with
are
us,
you?
watching over us, leading us home. Let's finish it.
Bro, we still got 2 Valkyries out there to handle. Alright, so there's a reason I say someone. For whatever reason, I believe that the giant's magic only works on natives. So their omniscience falls short on people who aren't native to that land. Any questions yet, Carlos?
I actually understand that fully.
Yeah. Whatever their fate determining powers are, we'll go through it after we
We
spread
do
the
it
ashes.
together. Son.
I was about to say they're not gonna make me button prompt, are they? One thought was that Kratos' wife, since we never see her in this game, she could be a giant squid lady. All right, you see that on
Good night.
Jotunheim?
I love you, Mom.
Bodies, 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 bodies.
Giants. There's nothing for us here.
Come.
So, I get that Mother was a giant, which makes me part giant and part god.
And part mortal.
Right. I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. My name on the wall. The giants called me... Loki?
Loki. That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
But why?
A question for another day. Let us go home.
Loki simply means son of Laufey. There's not too much behind that, because his mother's name was Faye, i.e. Laufey. So there's not too much to think
It all
about.
makes sense now. Why she wanna end up here? Be with her kind? But did she know it was gonna be like this here? Is this what she wanted us to see? Did she want us to tell the people? Or keep it a secret?
I do not know.
So what should we do?
I trust you to decide that.
Oh.
Why is it showing credits?
Because we're at the end game, but there's still post game to do after this because we didn't
Yeah.
find those Valkyries. Oh, here's the good story.
No. He was a soldier. A Spartan.
The Great Warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly. But Atreus of Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times. He was happy. He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us. Goodness. When the day came for him to lay down his life in battle, his sacrifice saved countless others and turned the tide in our favor. I carried him home on his shield and buried him with all the honors of Spartan custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Wow, you actually told a good story. Amir missed it.
That was the story. His friend Atreus, even in the
Mhm.
times where he was throwing himself off of cliffs, was a comfort in those times too. Oh. Oh, that's what happened last time. There was no loading screen. That light between the two, it
Mhm.
uh it was a little too bright and I needed to walk a little bit
I understand
longer.
if you want to go home, but I bet there's still some corrupted Valkyries out there that could be set free. Some other help people. Maybe helping people was part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
Lads, am I glad to see you? I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
Continue exploring complete dwarven flavors, free dragons, travel to Muspelheim, Niflheim, and find new items to shop for that will allow you to defeat all the. Yes! Okay, okay. I figured there was one in Alfheim, but you about to get what's coming to you, and by that I mean these hands and Helheim. Okay. None of this stuff interests me. That they're okay. No, 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 no. That might be cool. All right, all right. There's some cool moves in here. I'm not gonna lie, but this was a long journey, Carlos, and I'm tired. I believe I would like to go home and rest.
Before we return to Midgard, I should warn you. More time has passed than you likely realise. The snowfall that began when you slew Balder has become something else. The stuff of omens.
For the coming of winter.
Not just any winter, but a great winter to span 3 summers. And when it's done, Ragnarok begins.
Ragnarok. From snow.
Aye, snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
That is very important. This shouldn't have come about for another 100 years. For whatever reason, Kratos being here accelerated things.
I'm telling you, it's Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrote. This is the big one.
Bring up that time.
Saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow, and you know it. It's the end times.
How dare you make me lose? Guys, just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrote.
Yeah, we heard.
So if you're heading home, try to keep moving, and also to not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice.
He
Come
said-
on in, then. So much for peace and quiet.
Homie said he can feel it in his scrote, bruh.
So a lot of stuff.
Don't need a resurrection stone. I've been pretty much handling everybody.
That's it?
All right, so we're gonna do some post game stuff real quick, and just so that we can get it done, because they're gonna trigger some dialogue now, and I think the audience wants that dialogue because it sets up the next game in the series, and then we're gonna go hunt them Valkyries. So we're not done here.
Back in the
We're
code
finally
again.
home. Feels
What?
like a lifetime ago.
I said they back in the code again.
It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your tadger.
We left home. We left home with one parent. Came home with two.
Time to rest.
I'm gonna sleep through winter.
Yeah.
Okay, this'll do.
That shit made me cold.
Way ahead of me.
All right. So this is what I meant by him, Kratos being foreign. He is somehow partially exempt from their prophecies. because Fimbulwinter wasn't supposed to happen for another 100 years, right? The sheer amount of disrespect that they give me coming to my house like I don't throw hands.
Atreus, are you ready?
Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream. Fimbulwinter was ending, and Thor came for us. Here at the house.
It was only a dream.
But it felt different. It felt real. It felt like the future.
Then we will worry about it tomorrow. Today, there are still things we can do. Come.
And those two bitch Valkyries about to get what's coming to them. I know what you're saying, Los. What did the Valkyries do to you? Nothing in particular, but their pillars must be restored. Brock Shop. Did you mute yourself or are you still there, bro?
I'm still on.
Yeah, we're about to give those Valkyries what's coming to them. Our next stop is Alfheim. Then we go back to. Hold on, wait. Where was the other Valkyrie? One is in Alfheim. All right, cool. And then one is in Helheim.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. This is nothing that I'm proud of. I'm about to make an example out of them.
So how was your trip to Jotunheim?
Will you give them a little privacy? The kid just found out he's a giant. He doesn't need you interrogating him.
Bro, you knew?
Oh, we knew Faye was the last guardian of the Jotnar left in Midgard. That's why we made her the axe. We hoped it could restore the balance of power.
After Thor went all berserk with our hammer.
Though in the end it seems she chose another path. She chose, well, you. Both of you. I suppose she figured that was the best chance for the giants to live on. And now, I suppose, that's up to you.
How about that? A young Jotun with us the whole time. And the son of Laufey, the just... I should have seen it before.
All right, that's very important. Remember the Guardian in Jotnar prophecy? She's supposed to still be there.
And she dead though, right?
Ambiguously dead. Yes. Um, what did I say earlier about where giant souls go?
You didn't say where they so exactly go.
I said the light of Alfheim.
Oh, okay, okay.
Remember, we went into the light of Alfheim.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know her?
I never had the pleasure. Laufey was a rumour in the halls of Asgard. A giantess warrior who thwarted many an Aesir god's plans. Freeing those who they would enslave, feeding those who they would starve, generally making a nuisance of herself in the most noble of ways. Thor was terribly frustrated he could never find her to fight. Once my imprisonment began, I could only wonder what became of her, and who she would turn out to be. Yours is quite a singular lineage, lad.
Alright, so Mom was Laufey the Just. She really was protecting people. Before she had me, they even knew her in Asgard. I'm so proud of her. Alright, Thor and Laufey would face each other. They fought each other in a land we don't see yet because it's locked in this game. Vanaheim.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, Lao Fei fights Thor in a drunken stupor. Um, sometime after Mimir's imprisonment, it has to be because he speaks as if he's never met her. But we know that that can't be. Thor never met her in the time he knew her. So this has to be after Mimir's imprisonment that Lao
Yeah.
Fei met and fought Thor and beat him.
Yeah.
Also, um, it is good that you know this. Despite the Hoosier brothers making all these weapons, you guys, yeah, yeah, I've been questing, bruh. Stop. Ooh, hold him still, buddy. All right. So Thor and Lao Fei met, but Thor was probably blackout drunk when they met. Because the story is Thor was incredibly drunk and Lao Fei was incredibly angry when they fought. Thor remembers none of this. So, you know, he's not a good narrator, but I'm assuming that their fight takes place after Mimir's imprisonment and torture at the hands of Odin.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's serious. Odin love torture fuckers.
yeah, Odin also loves lying. Because when we get the God of War Ragnarok, Odin makes a different claim than Mimir on how he lost his eye. This is ambiguous. This story is ambiguous for a few reasons. If Odin had this mask for a while, well, his MacGuffin for a while that he was searching for, and he claims that's the reason he lost his eye, that conflicts with the story that Mimir's told us, where he got Odin so high, the spirits had him, and he tried to gouge out his own eye. All right, squad. On the next episode, we dock this boat and we give these Valkyries hell.
All right, next time for the game squad.